Hello, welcome back. Today we're going to be working on arm balances and binds. So I always find that twists and binds feel really good after working on arm balances because we use a lot of core when we're doing arm balances, and so twisting it out can feel extra good right after. When I say arm balances, I actually only mean one arm balance, and that is the crow pose. However, the crow pose is the best beginner arm balance, and we'll be working on building the foundation for that and the many other arm balances out there. So if you're working towards other arm balances currently, then this sequence will help you out in that regard as well. Okay, let's get started. If you have blocks, they can be super helpful for this sequence, but if you don't, no problem. Meet me on the mat and let's begin. Okay, to begin, it's really important to warm up the arms and the wrists. So you can either sit on the knees like me, or you can sit in an easy seat. Just bring your awareness inside the body. Make sure that posture feels good. I have a tendency to round my shoulders forward, so pull your shoulders back if you have a tendency to do the same. Take a moment, and we're just gonna gently begin to add some circles into the wrists. So start with little circles. Taking it slow, maybe increase the circles so you start to bring more of the arm into the movement. Change position. Make sure you're comfortable because we'll be here for just a little while we warm up the arms. Good. Okay, change direction with the circles. Maybe add a couple flicks in there at some point. Good, all right. From here, place that left hand down, inhale, sweep the right arm up and around. Inhale up, exhale down. Bring the shoulder blade into the equation, press upward. Just start to turn on your awareness as well. So we're not only turning on the muscles, we're turning on our brain, or our brain awareness in the area. So making sure to use the shoulder blade. Okay, let's swap sides. Right hand down. Go ahead and sweep the left arm up. Inhale up, exhale down. Watch out for the candles. You don't have to breathe super intensely like I am. Emphasizing it. Nice job. Okay, come back to the other arm and change direction. So if you're going forward last time, see if you can remember just for a couple of sweeps, go the other direction. If you can't remember, then go one way and then change it. Good, other side. Good. Okie dokie, shake that off. Just give the shoulders a little bit of a move. Maybe open the chest, close the chest. Shoulder blades forward and back. Nice job. All right, wherever you are, go ahead and come over onto the knees. This time we will be sitting on the shins. Take a second, interlace the fingers behind your back, press the fists down. You can add a little point to the finger if you like. Deep breath in, exhale out. Inhale from here, rise all the way up. Exhale, cactus, the arms, and sit back down. Clasp again, inhale, press down, exhale. Inhale, come on up. Exhale, open. Take a seat down with the same exhale. Clasp, inhale, and exhale. Lift the chest. Inhale, open. Exhale. Clasp. Two more. Last one. Opening the front of the shoulder, the chest. And from here, bring those hands out in front of you. Good. Take 1 or 2 breaths in child's pose, gripping the mat, opening the shoulder just like we did the other day. 1 or 2 breaths. And we're going to begin with that upper body strength. 1 more breath. Good. All right, inhale, come forwards. Exhale, what we're going to do is bring those knees a little further back. So make sure you're in a nice push-up position. So I'm going to spend a little extra time explaining this one. If you know this, then feel free to skip ahead. So from here, take a deep breath in. I'm going to cover the general push-up Chaturanga position. So we don't want to be right over the knees with the hips. You want to be slightly forward. Tuck the pelvis under. Pull the belly button into the spine to engage the core. So nice and sturdy in the lower body. So that's not moving anywhere. It's stable. Deep breath in. On the exhale, we shift forward even further. If that means you need to move the knees and they were in a slightly wrong position, that's fine. Bring those elbows back towards the hips and then press back up. So we're doing assisted Chaturangas today with those knees down just so you get the feel of it and so you can build the muscle with control. Okay, deep breath in. Again, we're taking our time this time on the negative, shifting forward. Elbows go towards the hips. Press back up. Nice. We're going to do 1 more. So get a wiggle for the legs. So as we shift forward, tuck the pelvis under. Hips are in front of the knees. Elbows pull back, lower. Press back up. Don't worry about the breathing yet. Take a little rest. 2 breaths. Then we're going to do 3 more. Good. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, elbows peel towards hips, lower. Inhale, lift. Good. Or exhale on the up. Totally up to you. Lower again. Press back up. 1 more time. Nice job. Okay, rest. Doing those little push-ups can help so much to build your arm balances. It's all about building that strength and stability. And so we do need some endurance, some strength there in the arms. And it's a really good idea to practice with the knees down if you feel like you're losing your integrity, your pose when you enter Chaturanga or try to do one. If you just feel like you're collapsing to the ground. So now option to do a full Chaturanga and we'll start our flow. Inhale, round forward. Go ahead and lift up. So same principle. The pelvis is tucked under, the core is engaged. This time we shift forward onto the toes, elbows towards the hips and lower down. Inhale, lift. Finding your first cobra, that can be down here today if your back needs a minute. And exhale, lift, downward dog. Nice job. Take 2 breaths. Gently getting into the legs. Feel free to add a pedal today. Think about what that core is doing. Think about what the shoulders are doing. We want to keep that theme of pressing down into the ground to ensure we can float today. So when we're in the crow, we want to press down. When we're in the downward dog, we want to press down. Using the arms, thinking all about that strength. Good. Take 1 more breath, stationary. And inhale, walk it forward, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, round up. Connect the palms. And exhale, bring the hands to the chest. Good, take a second. Just open or welcome into that mountain pose. Shoulder blades back, chin tucks in, hips under just a little bit. Find that sturdiness. Good, inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, float down. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, walk it back. Option to take your full chaturanga or bring those knees down. Practice the form. Good. Inhale, lift. Upward dog, maybe cobra if you're still not feeling open enough. That's completely fine. Exhale, downward dog. Nice job. Good. From here, inhale. Lift the right leg just a little bit. Exhale, step forward. From here, bring the left knee down, lift the chest upwards, and we're gonna take our first bind. So from here, take that right arm underneath the thigh. So if that's as far as you get, that's fine. If you can go a little further, try and connect the 2 index and middle fingers here. Good. Take a breath. We're just opening the shoulder joint with a very gentle bind. If you need to round a little bit, that's okay too. This is too intense. Again, stay here or just with the arm underneath. That's still prepping you to be open enough for the bind. Okay, take a second. Good job. Release. Bring the hands around the right foot. Lift that left leg up. Step it back. Left knee comes down again. And inhale for your revolved low lunge. Right arm lifts up. Good. On the exhale, we can lift a little higher. If you want to, you can connect right hand to the left leg. Left arm reaching up, torso upright. Good. Exhale, if you want to twist a little further, place left hand on that right knee. And windmill it back down. Nice job. From here, we're going to wiggle that right foot into the center. Inhale, lift, find chair pose. Keep that depth. Exhale, lift all the way up. Nice job. Let's take it to the other side. Inhale, arms float up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, step back, taking your flow. So add in that chaturanga, take it slow on the negative, build the strength. Inhale, lift. Good. Exhale, downward dog. Nice job. Okay, from here, let's float the left leg up just a little. Exhale, step it forward. Right knee comes to slide forward. Take a second, thread the left arm under. If that's as far as it's going, don't worry, don't beat yourself up for it. Go ahead and connect index finger and middle finger and twist. You don't have to do anything with the torso if you don't want to. You don't have to do much with the spine either. All I want is for you to open the left shoulder. You will feel it in the hips a little bit, in the thigh as well. And that's okay. Okay, take a second. Good, release. From here, inhale. Right leg floats up, step it back. Right knee comes down. Inhale, left arm lifts. Keep those hips facing forward. Right hip pulls forward, left side of the hips pulls back. Good. Next inhale, option to float upwards. Left hand to right thigh, right arm into the sky here, torso upright. Option for a little extra, press on the outside of that left thigh, twist a little further. Good job. Come on back down. Wiggle that left foot in and step right into chair pose. Step forward, arms up, exhale, return to mountain. Nice job. Take a second, find your grounding, find your position. Chin tucks in, shoulder blades back. Nice. One more flow. Inhale. Try not to knock the candles over. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, step it back. Take your flow. Inhale, lift. Nice and slow with intention. Exhale, downward dog. You want to get that form right. Good. Take 2 breaths. All right, inhale, come forward to plank. Build that strength. From here, we're gonna focus on engaging the core. So with arm balances, a lot of them, it tends to be good to round to the upper back. So I want you to push into the hands, press upwards, find like a cat-like position in the spine. Pull the belly button into the spine at the same time. Hold, hold, hold. And let's shift the weight. Right hand comes into the center. Find your side plank. Inhale, left arm lifts. This time, instead of the hips coming low, send them high. Use those obliques, side abs. Good, push, push, push. It's okay if there's shakes in the arm. Good, lift the left knee if you can, and hover, step forward. If you're not able to, come back to plank and step forward normally, nice. Take a second, place the left hand on the left leg. Nice job. From here, right heel pivots down. All right, we're going to get gently into the hamstring. So from here, just begin to stretch it piece by piece, little by little. Left hand can stay on the thigh or can be on the ground for balance, but what we're going to do next requires a little bit of balance. All right, once you feel like you can extend a little bit, option number 1 is here, normal triangle pose. Option number 2 is hand on the left thigh, right arm up. Option number 3 is a side angle pose with the bind, so connecting index finger and middle finger again behind the back, like this, behind the back, okay? Option 4 is another bind. We're gonna bring the left arm underneath the leg again, and instead go for the full triangle extending leg. Whichever works best, give it a go. Deep breaths, try and open with the shoulder. Micro bend in that knee at all times, even if you're doing the extended version. Good job, rebend, release. Come up onto the toes of the back foot. Inhale, lift, find your high lunge. Good, exhale, settle in. Bring the hands behind the back, another clasp, press down, lift. Find that depth, use the legs. Good, go ahead and lower back down. Deep breath in, exhale, sink back, find your child's pose, take a few breaths for a break. Good, feel free to stay in child's pose. If you want to try a quick toe balance, you can join me briefly. Come back to the back of the mat, onto the tippy toes, keeping those knees out in front of you. Lift the arms up, add one little finger gun, deep breath in. And on the exhale, squatting forward and launch your way to the top of the mat. Not really launch, use your hands to get there to your plank. If you're in child's pose, now join us in plank. Take a breath, engage the muscles, find that cat position in the back. Pull the belly button into the spine, pressing down to go up. Good. From here, left hand comes into the center. Swapping the muscle engagement, we're gonna find our side plank. Right arm comes up, use the side abs, press the hips high. Good. Find that balance, okay if there's shakes. Good, from here, lift that right leg up if you can. If not, head to your plank and then step forward, whichever position you're in. Good, take a second, get your foundation. Bring that left heel down in a warrior stance, back foot. Start to extend and bend. See if you can get into that hamstring a bit. See how it feels today, if it's ready for a full extend or if it needs to stay bent. Okay. Once you've kind of scoped it out, Let's go through the options again. Option 1, right hand on the ground, left arm up. Option 2, right forearm on the right thigh, left arm up. Option 3, the bind with the bent knee. Option 4, the full extend for the triangle pose. Micro bend in the knee at all times. Try and open upwards. Be mindful of your balance. Deep breaths. This one is intense. Nice job. Rebend. Bring it back forward. From here, get your bearings. Inhale, lift. Finding high lunge. Exhale, hands behind the back. And sink. Find the depth. Nice job. Bring it back forward. Go ahead and step back into your child's pose. Sink down on the mat. Take a couple breaths and we'll do one more toe stand here in a moment. Release, relax, reconnect with the ground, with your breath, with the present. See what your mind is focusing on. See if it's dwelling on negative things. See if you're judging yourself. Try and release that with each exhale. You're practicing, you're doing your best. In time, everything will come. All right, from here, exhale, walk the hands back. Come up onto the toes. If not, stay in that child's pose. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, bring them behind the back this time. Clasp, press downwards. Good job. Nice. From here, crouching forward, launch yourself back into plank one more time. Then bring that right foot into the chest, cat position, step it forward. From here, swivel onto the outside of the right foot. Look towards the back of the mat. Finding your twizzle. So that right knee points out to the side of the right mat, right edge of the mat. It's like a figure 4 in that right knee, nice and 90 degrees. And bring it back to the beginning. Back to the front. All right, here's a good place to start. So we're gonna lift that right leg back in, step it down, lift the left leg back in. So we're finding that pressure. Bring the left toes down, right toes up. So we're finding that pressure, maybe connecting the knees to the armpits. So alternate legs, lift and tuck the leg into your body. Right leg, lift and tuck. Keep those arms nice and straight if possible. Legs can be a little bent, just tuck it in as close as you can. Step it down. Tuck it in, step it down. Good, okay, step back. From here, finding plank again, left leg tucks in, step it forward, find your twizzle on the other side. Right, you're kind of on the edge of that right leg, on the side of the right leg. If you can't go that far, that's fine. Stay somewhere in the middle. Point the left hand back. Nice job. When you're ready, come back forward. Left foot in the center, and we're gonna do the same thing. So press into the ground with those shoulder blades. I should have mentioned the other time that it can really help to have blocks here, but if you still don't have the hamstring flexibility to bring the leg closer, then just take the feet back and just bring it as close as you can, pulling belly button into spine. So keep alternating, press down, give the wrists a shake whenever needed. Pull it into the chest. Pull it into the chest. So it's like suctioning it, pull it in while pressing down. Good, one more, and step it all the way back. Find your child's pose, 2 breaths, and then we'll head into the crow pose. Release, relax. If you need a little extra time, that's okay as well. You can take it whilst I begin to explain. All right, if you're ready to join me, walk those hands back towards you. If not, hang out in child's pose while I explain. So walk it back, find your malasana, and sit there for a moment. Okay, from here, what we're going to do is either one of two variations. So the first variation is hugging the knees on the outside of the arms. So that requires a little bit more strength and you still have to find the balance point, but it is easier than the balance. So bring the knees onto the tricep, which is our second variation. So first variation looks like this, hugging in, okay? Second variation is bringing those knees onto the triceps and leaning forward, okay? This one is much more, well, it's a little more difficult to do, especially if you have bigger triceps. It becomes a little more slippy. However, it allows you to build the strength and the form for more advanced versions. So like the straightening of the arm version, for example. So whenever you're ready, we're going to implement the steps. So we're gripping the mat, pressing into the ground, finding that hollow in the back, so not dripping forward, we're catting the back. Once we're there, we place the knees either on the outside or the inside, and we lift off. Then we suction the core in and pull the heels towards the glutes. Press down to go up. So give that a go, or a couple goes. See where you're at. Can also help to lift off of blocks. So if you have two blocks, bend the elbows as well. So wrists right under the shoulders to start. Bend those elbows for the first variation. It helps a lot. It makes it a lot easier. And launching off of blocks gives you a bit more control for the first few times. So a couple more goes. Remember, press into the ground, use the core to pull the legs upwards at the same time, so creating that cat-like shape. Nice job. Come on back down and wiggle it out. Wiggle the wrists. Awesome job. Well done on the peak pose. Good, let's twist it out. So take a seat. Extend the right leg, left leg comes over. From here, you can take that right arm underneath and through, finding a bind. If that doesn't work for you, just take the normal one. Hook the elbow on the outside of the left knee, right elbow outside of left knee, and then twist looking back. If you want to try the bind, then go for it. It can be a little tricky on the shoulders. If you feel any discomfort in the shoulder girdle, then don't go for this one, especially if you have wide shoulders. This one will be a little more tricky. Nice job. Good, face back forward. Hands come behind you. Disconnect the left leg, and from here, either just a normal forward fold, you can use a strap, you can extend that left leg, or you can go for the bind. So bring the left arm this time behind the body. Shifting forwards with the torso, trying to keep it as straight as you can. And then relaxing into it. Again, don't beat yourself up if you can't do the more difficult variation. These classes are meant for experienced beginners to intermediate, and there's a vast spectrum of bodies and very flexibility levels among that difficulty range. Just breathe nice and slow. Good, come back out. Let's take it to the other side. Right leg crosses over the left. Either find your normal twist or go for the bind. We're in the cool down now, so you can completely relax. Just let your body know it is okay to rest, to enjoy the stretch. Good, when you're ready, disconnect. Bring that right foot onto the right side of the mat again. Take a deep breath in, and option to bind forward while folding. Play around with the foot to find the stretch if needed. Again, if you want to, you can stay up here. You can use a strap, you can just hold on to the foot, or you can even extend that right leg and do a normal forward fold. Again, this is your practice. I'm just your guide. You can add and mix in whatever you want to. Just make sure there's no pain and it feels right for your body. Good. Come on out, and we'll just do one little normal forward fold, but first, shake the legs out a little bit, shake the arms out a little bit, add a little bit of a final wiggle, take a breath in, and fold forward. Bend the knees if you want to, use a pillow, use whatever you feel like, a strap, whatever you need. Close the eyes and add 3 to 4 final deep breaths here. Nice job. Come on out. Well done. Take a seat in the middle of the mat, enter Shavasana, whatever you like. Inhale, lift the arms up, and exhale just to bow down, thanking yourself for practicing today, for trying something difficult, for building a skill. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you for our final flow, the next one, soon. See you then.